Hi all, hi everybody, hi all the viewers. Welcome to Teacher on Palm YouTube channel. In this part of the video, we are going to discuss about the question and answer of the lesson The Emperor's New Clothes. This is part 5. As already said that part 1, 2, 3, 4 contained discussion, explanation, analysis and examples. This is part 5 for question and answers of the lesson The Emperor's New Clothes. Let us move on to the question and answer. Some statements are given below. Some are true and some are false. Tick off T or F before them. Also indicate the scene number in which you can find your answers true. Two examples are done for you. I want tailors who will make me new magic clothes. We require a large quantity of finest silk and the purest gold thread. I shall wear a new clothes in the coronation that I am expected to lead. Only the gentlemen who are fit for their jobs can see the clothes. I must send my special assistant to see what really is happening here. The courtiers showed great surprise to see the emperor. When the emperor reached the balcony, there was pin drop silence. Let us move on. I want tailors who will make me new magic clothes. That is true. We require a large quantity of finest silk and the purest gold thread. True. I shall wear the new clothes in the coronation that I am expected to lead. False. Only the gentlemen who are fit for their jobs can see the clothes. That is false. I must send my special assistant to see what really is happening here. True. The courtiers showed great surprise to see the emperor. True. When the emperor reached the balcony, there was pin drop silence. True. Some important events in the play are given in a jumbled order. Put them in the order in which they are in the text. The emperor wears the new clothes and walks towards the balcony. The chief advisor visits the looms to inspect the weaving. The special assistant pays a visit to see how the weavers are preparing the new clothes. The emperor wants a different set of clothes. He orders to find a new tailor to stitch his clothes. The emperor is fond of wearing new clothes. The two tailors visit the palace. A little child cries out that the emperor has no clothes on. They are put in the order in which in the text. The emperor is fond of wearing new clothes. The emperor wants a different set of clothes. He orders to find a new tailor to stitch his clothes. The two tailors visit the palace. The special assistant pays a visit to see how the weavers are preparing the new clothes. The chief advisor visits the loom to inspect the weaving. The emperor wears the new clothes and walks towards the balcony. A little child cries out that the emperor has no clothes on. Four alternatives are given for each of the following questions. Incomplete statements. Choose the most appropriate one. The emperor was fond of hunting the wild animals, attending meetings, wearing new clothes, weaving new clothes. That is, wearing new clothes. The tailors who came to the emperor's palace claimed that they were great tailors, ordinary tailors, special tailors, magic tailors. That is, magic tailors. The weavers told the emperor that they required the finest silk and the purest gold thread, the finest cotton and silver thread, the costliest diamond and muslin cloth, gems and copper thread, the finest silk and the purest gold thread. According to the weavers, the clothes made by them could not be seen by gentlemen fit for their job, fools unfit for their jobs, wise men fit for their jobs, people fit for wearing them, wise men fit for their jobs. Who carried out with laughter that the king has no clothes on at all. The chief advisor, the first weaver, a child, the special assistant, a child. Read and discuss your responses with your partner. Then write. Why was the emperor not able to give much time to the business of his kingdom? Emperor was very fond of wearing new clothes. He spent so many hours every day in his dressing room trying out new clothes, so not able to give much time to the business of his kingdom. Why did the emperor want a new set of clothes every day? To him, new clothes meant more than anything else in the world. What did the chief advisor tell the emperor about the two weavers? Your Majesty, these weavers say that they have found a secret way of weaving the finest silk cloth and making the most beautiful clothes from the cloth that they weave. They claim to be magic tailors. What did the two weavers say about the magic way of making beautiful silk cloth? They are, Your Majesty, but before we begin our work, we require a large quantity of the finest silk and the purest gold thread, and we must also have several jewels to sew on Your Majesty's new clothes. How would the clothes made of the magic cloth be different from the ordinary clothes that people wear? The person who will wear these clothes made out of this cloth, only wise men can see what he is wearing, but fools will not be able to see it at all. Why did the emperor think that the weavers had given him an excellent idea? The king thinks by wearing a suit made from their cloth, I will not only get a new set of clothes, but I'll also be able to find out who are fit to manage the affairs of my kingdom and who are not. What conditions did the weavers lay down for starting the work? But before we begin our work, we require a large quantity of the finest silk and the purest gold thread. Second weaver, and we must also have several jewels to sew on Your Majesty's new clothes. How did the two weavers start their work on the two looms? The two weavers are seen working on the looms pretending to weave. They had put away in their bags all the fine silk, the gold thread and the jewels which were given to them for making the new clothes. Why was the chief advisor greatly surprised when he first saw them working? Both of the weavers are working on the looms, but he did not see any cloth on the looms. They explain that the cloth contains good pattern with flowing lines of gold and dark red and sky blue colors on the gold background. Listening to this, chief advisor surprised. How did the weavers try to confuse the chief advisor? Both of the weavers are working on the looms, but he did not see any cloth on the looms. They explain that the cloth contains good pattern with flowing lines of gold and dark red and sky blue colors on the gold background. Listening to this, chief advisor surprised greatly and also confused whether he is wise enough for his job or not. What made the chief advisor feel worried about his own fitness for the post he was holding? It was announced that only the persons who are wise enough and fit for their job can see the magic clothes of king. Now he did not see them, so felt worried about his fitness for the post he was holding. What was the terrible experience of the advisor's special assistant? The weavers explained about the cloth they are weaving. It contains good pattern with flowing lines of gold and the color is dark red and sky blue on the gold background. Special assistant saw nothing on the loom, so he analyzed himself if he is fit for his post or not. How did the two weavers pretend to make the emperor's new clothes and help him wear them? With great obedience, weaver came to the king holding invisible cluster of his hand on his hand, said that your majesty, here are your trousers and the coat which you want to wear in the procession. Second weaver gave the coat which to wear on the suit and requested him to help the king to wear those magic clothes if allowed. How did the two weavers pretend to make the emperor's new clothes and help him wear them? With a great obedience, weaver came to the king holding invisible clothes on his hand, said that your majesty, here are your trousers and coat which you want to wear in the procession. Second weaver gave the coat which to wear on the suit and requested him to help the king to wear those magic clothes if allowed. Why did the chief advisor request the emperor to show himself on the balcony? The chief advisor requested the emperor to show himself on the balcony because the people were waiting outside to see him in his new clothes. It would please them very much if he show himself on the balcony before the procession sets out. What was the emperor's reply to his request? Emperor said, certainly, my good chief advisor. I have just put on the wonderful clothes these tailors have made for me. I will come as soon as I am ready. How did the courtiers behave when the emperor walked towards the balcony almost naked? The courtiers show great surprise to see the emperor having little clothes on his body, but no one say anything because they have been told that only wise men will be able to see the emperor's new clothes, and the fools and the people who are unfit for their post will not see them. What happened when the emperor reached the balcony? Then the voice of a little child is heard crying out with laughter, look, daddy, the emperor has no clothes on at all. Has the king become very poor? Doesn't he have money to buy clothes? Answer each of the following questions in a paragraph. The emperor has been described as proud and foolish, but he has another serious weakness which is shown in his behavior towards his chief advisor. Write a paragraph describing the emperor's character. The emperor was fond of new clothes. For him, new clothes are the symbol of dignity. When chief advisor says that the new clothes which are made for the emperor are the best clothes, hearing this, emperor gets angry and says that if they are the best, it means that there are no good tailors in his kingdom. At the same time, he is also a proud person, takes care of his kingdom and his officers. He wants new magic clothes to recognize the efficient officers for the affairs of his state. So, he has the combined nature of fond of new clothes and the king who wants able officers to look after the state affairs. The weavers tricked the emperor. Do you think what they did was right? Yes, they did perfectly right. They might not be the weavers at all. They are the intelligents and well-wishers of the king and the kingdom. They entered disguised as weavers. The weavers recognized the weakness of the emperor wearing new clothes every day and made up a plan to encash this. So, they used a plan of magic clothes. They point The point they used, the king believed that it is easy to identify the wise and fit officers if they are own. This trick is center of the theme. Using this trick, they trapped the emperor. As a result, instead of wearing magic clothes, he became naked in front of all his citizens. They taught him a good lesson. Read the following phrases given in the web diagram. From the web diagram, frame phrases like setup, first. Match them with their meanings given in brackets. Then fill in the blanks. Start on a journey, to put down in writing, be opposite to, trigger, begin, established. Use the correct form of the phrasal verbs given in the web diagram and fill in the blanks appropriately. Why don't you dash your ideas on paper? Ravi and Raju have dash on a journey around the world. How long will you take to dash machine? Suma dash herself dash going to university. If we all dash, we can finish the cleaning in an hour. I have to buy some woolens before the cold weather dash. Let us fill them up. Why don't you set down your ideas on paper? Ravi and Raju have set out on a journey round the world. How long will you take to set up this machine? Suma set herself out going to university. If we all set up, we can finish the cleaning in an hour. I have to buy some woolens before the cold weather set in. Read the sentences and match them with their meanings. Take a day off. Kavya. Mysore is still 5 miles off. Asha is off to Mangalore tomorrow. Shoes are on sale with 20% off. The bullet went off the target. The holidays are not so far off now. Veena was a bit tough with me this morning. Take a day off, Kavya. Here, in this part, angry, unfriendly, starting on a journey, away distant in time, away distant in space, away from work or duty, reduced in price cheaper, away from the aim. Take a day of Kavya, E, that is away from the work or duty. Mysore is still 5 miles off, away, distant in space. Asha is off to Mangalore tomorrow. B, starting on a journey. Shoes are on sale with 20% off. That is F, reduced in price cheaper. The bullet went off the target. That is G, away from the aim. The holidays are not so far off now. C, that is away, distant in time. Last one, Veena was a bit tough with me this morning. For that one is A, angry, unfriendly. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the words in brackets. One example has been given for you. Write different forms of words and frame one example for each from the word. The dog was dash Tommy. Name. I am dash hope that you will succeed this time. His love was only a dash pretend to cheat me. The child was dash health and good looking. It is our duty to dash service our parents in their old age. Parents should dash education their children to behave well. Let us take one by one to fill them up. The dog was named Tommy. I am hopeful that you will succeed this time. His love was only a pretension to cheat me. The child was healthy and good looking. It is our duty to service our parents in their old age. Parents should educate their children to behave well. Okay. Fill in the blanks using the appropriate form of the words given in brackets. We had a wonder holiday at Ooty last summer. The weather was dash cool. Most of the time we had dash please show us almost daily. The food was dash delicious, but father thought it was rather dash spice. The people were dash friend, and the scenery was extremely dash attract. We took a lot of dash beauty photographs of the hill and valleys. One night we watched a show of folk dance and music. Oh, it was so dash entertaining. On the last day, we went to the State Emporium and brought some dash art things made out of wood. We had a wonderful holiday at Ooty last summer. The weather was cool most of the time. We had pleasing showers almost daily. The food was delicious, but father thought it was rather spicy. The people were friendly and the scenery was extremely attractive. We took a lot of beautiful photographs of the hill and valleys. One night we watched a show of folk dance and music. Oh, it was so entertaining. On the last day, we went to State Emporium and brought some art things made out of wood. Rewrite the following sentences after making necessary corrections. The news are very good. There are 26 letters in the English alphabets. Please give me some informations. I have brought some furnitures last week. Politics are the last resort of scoundrels. There are more sceneries in the paintings. For this one, the news is very good. There are 26 letters in the English alphabet. Please give me some information. I have brought some furniture last week. Politics is the last resort of the scoundrels. There are more scenery in the paintings. Grammar reported speech task 1. Read the conversation between Aladdin and a stranger. Stranger, are you Mustafa's son? Aladdin, yes sir, I am. But my father is dead. Stranger, don't worry my son. This is indeed a sad news. I am your father's brother. Go and tell your mother. Now Aladdin went to his mother. Aladdin, mother, there is a gentleman at the door. He says he is my uncle. Should I bring him in? Fill in the blanks in the paragraph given below using the clues given. Note, the above conversation is in direct speech. Aladdin met a stranger who asked him dash. Aladdin told him dash dead. The stranger consoled him saying dash and told him dash. He further informed him dash brother and asked him dash. Aladdin went and told his mother that there was a stranger at the door who said he was his uncle. He further asked her clues that he was, but his father was, not to worry if he should bring the stranger in, to go and tell that to his mother if he was Mustafa's son, that he was his father's, that it was indeed a sad news. Note the two ways of expressing. Now let us fill it up. Aladdin met a stranger who asked him if he was Mustafa's son. Aladdin told him that he was, but his father was dead. The stranger consoled him, saying if he should bring the not to worry, and told him that it was indeed a sad news. Further informed him that he was his father's brother, and asked him to go and tell that to his mother. Aladdin went and told his mother that there was a stranger at the door who said he was his uncle. He further asked her if he should bring the stranger in. Now express the following sentences in the reported speech. Kiran said to Reshma, I am enjoying my job, enjoying my new job. Renu has invited us to the party, said Reshma. Kiran said, we must attend the party. Let us plan for it. Kiran's father said, you must visit your grandmother more often. Reshma said, we are planning to visit her coming Sunday. Last month you were busy, so you dropped the idea, said Kiran's mother. Kiran said to Reshma, I am enjoying my new job. Kiran told Reshma that he was enjoying his new job. Renu had invited us to the party, said Reshma. Reshma told that Renu had invited them to the party. Kiran said, we must attend the party. Let's plan for it. Kiran said that they should attend the party and they should plan for it. Kiran's father said, you must visit your grandfather more often. Kiran's father said that he should visit his mother more often. Reshma said, we are planning to visit her coming Sunday. Reshma said that they were planning to visit her the following Sunday. Last month you were busy, so you dropped the idea, said Kiran's mother. Kiran's mother said that previous month he had been busy and hence he had dropped the idea. Insert commas wherever necessary. Sir John Smith, the Vice Chancellor, arrived just now. As the teacher entered, all the students stood up. John, when will you come? Said Prema. Not knowing whom to address, he kept silent. If you do not know the answer, ask the teacher. Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India, was born in Hyderabad in 1879. Indira Priyadarshini, daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru, became as famous as her father. Sir John Smith, the Vice Chancellor, arrived just now. The John Smith, the Vice Chancellor, arrived just now. As the teacher entered, all the students stood up. John, when will you come? Said Prema. Not knowing whom to address, he kept silent. If you do not know the Answer. Ask the teacher. Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India, was born in Hyderabad in 1879. Indira Priyadarshini, daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru, became as famous as her father. Read the following sentences and use apostrophe. We celebrate Children's Day on November 14th every year. Teachers' Day is celebrated on September 5th every year. This is men's wear and that is women's wear. The Emperor's New Clothes is a play. A Nation's Strength is a meaningful poem. We celebrate Children's Day on November 14th every day. Teachers' Day is celebrated on September 5th every year. This is men's wear and that is women's wear. The Emperor's New Clothes is a play. A Nation's Strength is meaningful poem. Use appropriate apostrophe wherever necessary in the following paragraph. Aristotle was born in Stagira, a Greek outpost on the Macedonian coast. His father was a doctor in the court of Philip II of Macedon. When Aristotle was about 17, he left for Athens where he became a pupil of Plato. He stayed in Plato's academy in Athens for 20 years, first as a student and later as a teacher. Then he was invited back to Macedon to tutor Alexander, Philip's son. Aristotle's enthusiasm for wisdom and for free expression of ideas greatly influenced the young prince and clearly played a role in eventually making him Alexander the Great. Interestingly, Socrates' disciple was Plato, Plato's disciple was Aristotle, and Aristotle's disciple was Alexander the Great. Aristotle was born in Stagira, a Greek outpost on the Macedonian coast. His father was a doctor in the court of Philip II of Macedon. When Aristotle was about 17, he left for Athens where he became a pupil of Plato. He stayed in Plato's academy in Athens for 20 years, first as a student and later as a teacher. Then he was invited back to Macedon to tutor Alexander, Philip's son. Aristotle's enthusiasm for wisdom and for free expression of ideas greatly influenced the young prince and clearly played a role in eventually making him Alexander the Great. Interestingly, Socrates' disciple was Plato, Plato's disciple was Aristotle, and Aristotle's disciple was Alexander the Great. This is all about the question and answer part of the lesson. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, Teacher on Palm. Please like it and share it. Make use of the video. Once again, I request you all to subscribe the channel Teacher on Palm. That is Angayeli Adhyapaka. Please subscribe to Angayeli Adhyapaka. Your subscription make me more interested to create some more beautiful and valuable videos. Thank you all. all of you all the best.